We're entering a new society and we see our country coming out of a lockdown. In the same time, we see a lot of videos are being banned on social media. What is going on? My name is John Olsen. I'm here with my colleague
Almonte Leclerc.
And this is ANO. There are a lot of videos going on internet about this COVID-19 virus. Some even from doctors and nurses, they're starting to speak out. In the same time, some of these videos are being banned. And the social media, in which by name YouTube and Facebook, they're saying they don't want to spread fake news. Are these people telling the truth, or is this really fake news, since they are real doctors and nurses?
Yeah, that's a very good question. These are very good questions. And I think this is also the objective that we have to know what is true and what is not true about what these doctors and nurses are saying. And I think, John, it's a matter of time before we know who were on the right side and who were wrong.
And not only doctors and nurses. So also now in parliament and in politics, people are starting to speak out. One of these parliament members is Mr. Sgarbi.
Yes. Sgarbi is a very interesting figure of the Italian society, and Sgarbi in parliament, in Italian parliament, John, yes, denied that the more than 25,000 people who died in Italy, that they died because of COVID-19. According to Sgarbi, these people, more than 90% of these people, they died from other pathologies.
Wow.
So saying this in parliament, confronting the other people in parliament, this is really something that a politician like Sgarbi is saying, listen, we don't want the Italian people to live in terror. You have to say the truth. You have to tell the truth. Because the truth is, according to Sgarbi, that the more than 25,000 people, that they did not die because of COVID-19.
I dati dell'Istituto Superiore della Sanità dicono che il 96,3% sono morti per altre patologie.
That was his first point. He has more points, of course.
Yes, we saw on the internet already from an old program of Humberto Tan that was mentioned also by a doctor that people are dying, also 20,000 in figure from wrong medicine. Is this what Mr. Sgarbi is also mentioning?
Well, Sgarbi is being very specific. Sgarbi is talking about the coronavirus. And Sgarbi is using figures of professors,
yes,
and other institutions who have studied the coronavirus problem in Italy. Okay. So he is saying 25,000 people died of coronavirus in Italy. That is not true.
So what then is he saying that is the source of their death?
Well, he is saying there are other pathologies. A lot of people are dying from cancer, heart disease, and other sickness.
And why is it that they are being added to the COVID-19 death rates?
Well, that is what he is saying, that they shouldn't be added, because the more people you add to the people who are dying, then you are creating a terror. He is saying that 60% of the Italian companies, yes, are closed because of the measures taken, and the figures has to do with the measures that have been taken.
Yes, but I still want to understand in depth. So why is it, because he's mentioning people are being brought in fear. So why should the government wants the people to live in fear?
Well, he is saying that maybe a lot of his colleagues in parliaments, that they are not awake. That they have to get sharp and they have to look at these figures, and he's saying that parliament, Italian parliament, must not be a place for lies, but for truth.
I understand. I have here an article. This is about another doctor. He's a long arts. His name is David Prince. And he's stating that our government is making decisions based upon randomness. That they also don't know exactly what are the true facts, and they just make decisions upon which is not based upon true facts. Is Sgarbi saying the same thing, and how does that relate to our country?
Well, when Sgarbi talks about decisions, he's talking about the measures of lockdown, for example. And Sgarbi is distinguishing that something that happened in Lombardy is not the same thing that happened in another city or region of Italy. For example, the figures in this first place, Lombardy, are high, but in another place the figures are lower. So should people take the same measure in Lombardy as in other places in Italy? So this is a very good question.
Mm-hmm. In the same time, we have learned that this virus is mutated already for 43,000 times until now.
Okay.
So in the same time, you can put a question mark: is there something to do about it? Because in the moment you have a vaccine created, maybe it has been muted in something else.
Well, that's a very, very good idea, John. The mutation of the virus. And as a central topic also of this program, you're talking about the measures that government are taking, like
yes.
lockdowns, fines. You're talking about all these measures. Mm. We have seen also, by the way, the video of Sgarbi is almost viewed like 3 million times.
Yes.
So it's going all over the world,
and
by the way.
It is still online also?
And it's still online.
Okay.
It's still online.
It has not been censored yet.
It has not been censored. And you can also see in America, you have some chief of police that they are saying they are not going to give the people fines. They will not comply with these measures. They are saying, no, we are not doing this. In the United States, chief of police.
Yes. So people are rising up now against the measurements taken by the government.
You know, people are using their minds, they're using their brains, and some things just don't add up.
So what does that mean? Is the government putting fear to the people on purpose?
Well, what does this mean? These new rules, this new world that people want to tell us that we are living now in a new world. You can ask questions about this new world, because if most of the people don't accept this new world, can you bring this new world?
Yes. I don't want to make insinuations. We don't want to make insinuations. But some things are different than the facts that are being presented. That is what Mr. Sgarbi says. So
that's what Mr. Sgarbi is saying, and also a Dutch doctor, Mr. Rob Elens. Mr. Rob Elens was treating people with medicine that was effective. Maybe you can read it down in this video. But he was treating these people, and the Dutch Society of Doctors said, hey, you have to stop this treatment. You have to stop it, because if you keep using this medicine, we will not have enough of this medicine to treat the people with what we call in Dutch reuma. So he was saying this, and he has created a site. And his website is zelfzorgcovid19.nl. Zelfzorgcovid19.nl. Mm-hmm. And here you can see that this doctor, Rob Elens, he's talking about how to strengthen your immune system. Yeah, he's talking about that and about vitamins that you need. So indeed, John, there are doctors, there are professionals that are giving another narrative than the narrative that certain governments are giving their people.
Yes. Well, we will see what will happen. For sure, all kind of treatments will come up. Our government also needs to decide upon the treatment for this country. In the same time, this virus is causing a very big attack on our economy that for sure will bring us in a new situation, so-called a new normal. And what this will mean for our society, our future society, we will see. But we want to know from you, What is your opinion about this? Should we have more clearness from the government? Should we listen more to also the opinion of other doctors and nurses, and in this case, other people in the politics who are standing up and speaking out loud? Please, your opinion is important because this society is being made by you and me. This is ANO. I'm John Olsen.
Almonte Leclerc.
See you next time.